Hello and welcome back everyone to the next episode on advanced Abap training for rappers. Those who willing to become RESTful application programming consultant with SAP, then this video series is going to help you to understand some Abap advanced syntax. By far in this series of videos, we have discussed about inline data declaration, value expression, corresponding hash, conditional and conversion functions, along with loops on group by and a single line loop with reduce statement. In our today's session, we are going to learn table expressions in advanced Abap. If you're liking this video series, kindly share the series video with your colleagues in the WhatsApp group of your company. Also like and subscribe the channel so that you will get notified automatically when we upload the next video in this video series. With that, let's get started and understand table expression. So many times you would like to read a record of an internal table based on its key. Now you can use typically the read statement to do that, but a read statement will always give your data output in a work area. What if you don't want to create an additional work area? Then you can use table expression. So traditionally, as a ABAP developer, what do? Is you first have an internal table with lots of data. For example, I have a booking internal table for travel bookings, which has a travel ID, booking ID, and airline code. Let's say a travel ID, a booking ID, a airline code, which is care ID, and let's say connection number. Now this has 111 123 2212. And let's say American Airlines, Lufthansa Airlines, Japan Airways, Delta Airlines, and American Airlines. 0017, 0400, 0239, 0222, and 0018. Now, I want to read one of the record of this table based on maybe, let's say, the travel ID. So what I do traditionally in Abap, I say read table, internal table into a work area with key, and I will pass, let's say, care ID equals to 1. If I do this, then it will find the first record in the list and it will fetch that for me. Or I can also additionally specify the connection ID or let's say the booking ID also. Let's say 2. Now in this case, it will give me this particular record. But always the record will come into work area, which means this work area has to be created either through inline declaration or prior creating or performing the read. Now later on, you want to call a function module, and in the exporting parameter of the function module, you pass this work area. So this is what you traditionally do in classic Abap. Now suppose I don't want to create this extra work area. I directly want to pass my data to the function module, exporting parameter. I want to pass it directly. I don't want to create extra work area. Or maybe you can have, let's say, a field called parameter con ID, connection ID. Yeah. I want to directly pass the connection ID in these. So I usually do work area dash connection ID, right? So I don't want to create this. I don't want to create this. How do I do now? So in that case, what I can do, I can actually use table expression. So I can use my internal table, brackets, and I can now pass my key and the value which I want to compare. In return, this is equivalent to returning a work area actually. So now I can use this expression, table expression, to directly pass in the function module or a class function. So I can say internal table, bracket, my key, in this case, travel ID equals to 1. You can also pass multiple key combinations. Yeah. So that is the beauty. And now this will return the work area. So you don't have to create extra memory. In the future, if you delete this entire line, the work area will also get deleted. But in the past, if you delete the function module code, the work area still remains allocated and consume your program memory. Yes. And in this case, the syntax is easy and you have to put less effort. But there is a big disadvantage of this. The disadvantage is in case the data is not found based on key, this will lead to dump actually. So usually as a safeguarding condition, you can also check line exists, which is a given function in Abap where you can pass your table expression, which can check if this line exists or not. And then only it will proceed inside. Yeah. So this is like a safeguarding condition. You can add it above the line or above your code. So let me go ahead and show you this in the system, how to use table expression. So I'm going to go back to our system. And over here, we are going to create another function. And I can say season 1 table expression. And then we will, of course, write the implementation for the method. And also we will call the function zcl_ats new abap syntax, call my function, and let's provide the implementation of this method. So as usual, I will just first create a internal table, and then I will just say internal table, type table of demo booking table with default key. So whatever key is there in the database table, that will be considered as a key for my iTab also. And then I will read, let's say select. I will read up to 20 rows from my booking table. And into table item. And then what we will do, we want to create a work area. So I can do inline data declaration like work area, and I can say iTab, get me a record where the travel ID is equals to 1. So let me go to database table and show some data. I have some record with travel ID 1. And if I copy that and hard code it here, I will get my record. So since there are multiple record with travel ID 1, it is going to give me the first hit with the booking ID these. So we can print this data now on the UI, work area, travel ID, booking ID, booking date, connection ID, and carrier ID. Perfect. So this is how you can use table expression. This is very much equivalent of read table iTab into work area with the key travel ID equals to my travel ID number. So that is what actually system can do. I save it, I will activate. So now let me test. We will get our first record printed on the UI. I press F8 and execute my table expression. And you can see the first record 1, 11th to 322 AA. This is the first hit according to the fetched record will be printed on the UI. You can also access the individual component of the work area also. So you can use this whole thing, yeah, and then you can write maybe just one particular property. This whole thing dash, and then you can pass the property here. Let's say I want to pass the flight price. So a individual component can also be read, not of course, I guess in the right statement, or maybe not in the right statement, but additionally you can do that. So you can create a LV field, single component you are reading over here, and then you can just write LV field value. So a single component can also be read like this, which is part of that table. So it will also print now the flight price for us. So let's go ahead and test that. And you can see flight price is $438 or euro, whatever it is. That's the value it is printing. So it's quite easy for you to access the component of a record or the entire record very quickly without writing write statement. Now, let me pass a ID which doesn't exist. So this will lead to dumps. Yeah, so I pass 0. And of course, I know that's no data in the system for 0. So this will lead to dump. You can see exception is raised. Yeah. So what should we do as a safeguarding condition? We can always go back and we can check if line exists. If this record exists, then only we will proceed further, else we will exit from the program. So if this line doesn't exist, please exit from my program. So this way you can put a safeguarding condition if the line does exist or not. In fact, you can also pass multiple key combinations. Let me just show it to you. So first let's test this one. And I can also do a write statement before exiting. And I can say, oops, the record was not found. Yeah. That way you will know that it exited from my exit condition. Okay, let's try. And you can see, oops, the record was not found. That was awesome. And of course, we can check with 1. I can also pass the booking ID now. As I was telling you, I can pass multiple key combinations. So from my database table, I'll pick up, maybe I want to read this record with the care ID UA. Yeah. So let's maybe pass care ID UA. So this way it can read all the data based on this combination of the data. I activate that. And once again, we execute, and there you go. It was able to read the correct record from my internal table. So this is how we can work with the table expression, and we can also put a safeguarding condition for ourselves to avoid getting dumps when the table expression doesn't return any data. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you once again for joining the session. I will see you in the next episode. Have a nice day and goodbye.